Did you know that if you eat onions, you may have a 15% lower risk of developing colon cancer? Or did you know that clove oil has been shown to destroy in vitro breast cancer cells? Cloves and onions have numerous health benefits, and when combined together in the form of a clove-nailed onion, this is a powerhouse food when it comes to your health. I'm going to get more into all of the amazing benefits you can get from these two superfoods, but before I do, I want you to take a moment to think of someone who might be helped by this video, and then share it with them. Potential anti-cancer properties. As I mentioned at the start of the video, onions may be able to help fight cancer. One review, published in the journal Molecular Nutrition and Food Research, examined 16 studies that looked at the diets and health of over 13,000 people. What they found was that eating onions was associated with a 15% reduced risk of developing colorectal cancer. Another study, published in 2017 in the British Journal of Pharmacology, found that when applied to cancer cells in vitro, or those in a test tube or culture dish, anthocyanins, a compound found in onions, demonstrated anti-cancer properties. And similar results have been found when it comes to cloves. One study, for instance, published in the peer-reviewed journal Pharmacognosy Research, found that clove oil was toxic when introduced to in vitro breast cancer cells. And yet another study found that clove oil inhibited tumour growth in vitro, essentially fighting off cancer. Now, I should mention that these last 3 studies were all conducted in vitro, in a test tube or a petri dish, and not in humans. So it's not completely clear whether these results can be replicated outside of the lab. But I'm sure you'll agree with me that these initial results are promising nonetheless. Anti-inflammatory and antioxidants effects. Chronic inflammation is linked to numerous diseases, including autoimmune diseases, some types of cancer, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. However, by eating foods that are anti-inflammatory and that have antioxidant effects, you can help fight off chronic inflammation and, by extension, reduce your risk of developing some of these diseases. As you probably already guessed, cloves and onions are a few of the foods that are superheroes at fighting inflammation. In 2018, an article was published in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity that showed that clove oil can help fight inflammation and oxidative stress. The latter is important because when unchecked, oxidative stress can destroy cellular tissues and your cell's DNA. The benefits from onions are similar. One study, for instance, showed that onions have over 17 different types of flavonoid antioxidants, which are some of the most powerful antioxidants out there. Improved dental health. You probably know that good dental care involves regular brushing, flossing, and checkups. But now you might be able to add clove oil to that list. That's right. Some small studies have shown that clove oil may be able to help with tooth decay. Look at this one study that was published in 2012 in the International Journal of Dentistry. The researchers set out to determine the effects, if any, of clove essential oil on tooth declarification. What they found was that clove oil helped tooth health significantly, either by preventing decalcification or promoting tooth remineralization. And when it comes to natural remedies for dental health, it seems like clove oil may rank supreme above all others. For instance, this one study published in 2016 in the Journal of Clinical and Diagnostic Research found that when compared to 10 plant products for naturally treating dental health, clove oil ranked number 1. Antimicrobial activity. You might find it surprising that something as seemingly benign as a clove can kill microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. But yet again, cloves have proven themselves to be incredibly powerful when it comes to your health. One study, published in the peer-reviewed journal BMC Complementary and Alternative Medicine, looked at the effect of clove oil at fighting off respiratory infections like pneumonia and the flu. While clove oil wasn't as potent as traditional antibiotics, when added to liquid or used as a vapour, it did show some antibacterial activity. And according to the authors, the results were promising enough that they suggested that clove oil could potentially be used as a form of therapy for respiratory tract infections. But cloves don't just have antibacterial properties. They appear to have antifungal properties as well. In fact, when compared to other essential oils, clove oil proved to be the most effective at stopping the growth of environmental fungi, according to one study published in the International Journal of Occupational and Environmental Health. So what about onions? Do they have antimicrobial properties too, or is this benefit exclusive to cloves? Well, onions appear to be potent antimicrobials as well. For instance, one study published in 2018 in the Journal of Food Protection showed that quercetin, an antioxidant found in foods like onions, could destroy the cell walls of dangerous bacteria like E. coli and S. aureus when exposed to them in vitro. Improved hair health. Hair loss is a common problem, affecting an estimated 80% of people at some point in their life. Luckily, that clove-spiked onion may be able to help. One small study looked at the effects of onions on alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease that causes hair loss. The researchers took 23 patients with a median age of 22.7 and divided them into two groups, one that applied onion juice to their hair and another that just washed their hair as normal using tap water. After 6 weeks, 86.9% of those who applied onion juice to their hair had experienced hair growth, compared to only 13% of the control group. And when it comes to cloves, their antioxidant properties may also be able to help your scalp. In fact, studies have shown that antioxidants may be able to help treat alopecia. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing as we continue to make content to help you live longer, happier, healthier lives.